Welcome to Diary of a Hyper Empath. My name is Luke, and this is part 4 of my 5th year anniversary, which is kind of coming up. I'd like to look at it as the 4th of July because that will be the Leo new moon. So it was on the eve of the new moon when that all happened. I'm pretty sure, I haven't double checked it. I know it was on the 31st of July, and it's been a long road. So much has happened, it's not funny. A lot has happened, and a lot of tests. It hasn't been easy. It definitely hasn't been easy. I believe that if I was in my 20s when I was put on the path of the light, it would have been so quick. I would be where I am. It would have taken me 5 months, I reckon, to get where I am now because of everything being so deep rooted. It's like super deep rooted. It's I've had to push and push and push and push myself, and still a long way to go. Everything's happening for a reason. Everything's meant. So there are reasons for that. I am here for some sort of purpose. And I always question what my purpose was because I went this way, didn't work out, went that way, went this way, put so much into the directions that I felt were my purpose, and they never went anywhere. But then I realized after so many years of wondering what my purpose was, is that my purpose is to be just doing whatever I'm doing at that moment. So if I'm brushing my teeth, that's my purpose. If I'm eating dinner, that's my purpose. If I'm going for a walk, that's my purpose. If I'm recording this video, that's my purpose. If I'm doing readings, that's my purpose. So yeah, 5 magical years, and I'm so glad that I feel so blessed that that happened. I would have loved for it to happen earlier. I do believe strongly that we do choose this life, and I don't feel like I chose this life. I feel like I chose to come here during these this timeline, these decades, even though time's just an illusion. I believe I chose to be here to witness and be a part of something that has been created during my life here for this life. And it's come at a cost. It's come at a huge cost. A lot of karmic debt, karmic ties, and I'd like to know what I did in my past lives or future lives, because a lot of beings have past life regression and they see their past lives come back to them. With me, I have had that happen. I was taken to it, but I've also astral projection. That's another huge thing that I've learned that I was already doing back in the late 2000s. I had no idea what it was. I was doing it and I didn't tell anyone that I was doing it because I thought, is that real? Am I just losing it? Is this nuts? And I wasn't under the influence of anything except for life. And then I chose, yeah, it's coming at cost, but I've seen what I have lived in the future, a long, like a long way away from here. Like we're looking at over 1,000 years from now. So the world doesn't end anytime soon. Your world might feel like it's caving in, but it's not. It's the Nine of Swords, and we keep going through transformations. So the shadow path has taken a long to shed the shadow path, and it's still ongoing, and there's things out of my control where it's karmic ties that I haven't cut cords with that are testing me. And then I keep being tested by negative situations, circumstances, and matters, experiences, but I seem to still attract bad energy my way, and that's being a hyper empath, is learning how to deal with that, learning how to protect myself. And I've been very lazy and procrastinating, I'm affirming that, but that's where it all needs to change for me. And until that happens, I'm not going to see the results externally as successfully as I would like. So that's a huge part of, and these are habits that came from being in that dark hole, very deep, dark hole. And I've seen a lot of glory since then. And yes, I had blessings in the past, and I didn't realize how lucky I actually was. And a lot of trauma in the past, and what I immersed myself in. So negative, low vibrational music, movies. I don't eat McDonald's anymore. Hungry Jack's, Burger King, Domino's, any fast food. I have probably had Domino's like twice in the last 5 years, and McDonald's I haven't eaten since 2020. I did once stupidly. That's okay, but it was a crisis situation, and it was the only thing open, and I needed something where I was. I needed something to keep on going on, and yeah, that's it. I haven't had cases, so no fast food and negative, toxic TV, movies, the news. I still have gone there, and that's trash, and it's evil, and it's only going to bring negativity. And it's like I keep getting slapped every time I do naughty things like that. So yeah, so I've learned to stay away from a lot of bad things. I don't feel good when I have these bad things. I stopped smoking cigarettes back in 2020, early 2020. But I did switch to vaping, which is nowhere near as bad as what I think, but I'm not a health expert. But yet the health experts thought we were going to die and we should get vaccinations, and then it turns out those vaccinations were what those vaccinations are. So that's another story. And yeah, I'm so glad that I experienced it before the pandemic came. My grand awakening, and I've had numerous grand awakenings since then, and now I'm super conscious, and I am on the verge of becoming going into the Christ consciousness. So I have been, and thank the Lord, thank you Jesus, thank you life, nature, God, thank you. I am God, I am life, I am nature, love and light.